can.
Or you just change the title of the stream
to Stranger Things spoilers.
Yeah.
Stranger Things spoiler alert.
Yeah, but I don't know if the title is going to refresh as much as like.
Well,
just
if they're in the chat, they can hear us saying we're going to talk about spoilers.
We're going to talk about spoilers for Stranger Things.
I think it's probably
spoiler alert.
It's probably better to have it on the title of the stream. That'd be my thought. But
yeah.
Your judgment. I don't care. Either way is fine by me.
The videos are good idea. When the spoilers are over, kind of monitor. Well, see that, and that's. I'm not so worried about people coming in. I'm worried about like if people want to come back.
Do we want to set a time after which we won't talk about spoilers?
That never works.
Okay.
Well, and it's like I guess, and here's the real thing: is usually when we start talking about something like this, we're just going to keep on talking about it. So.
It's probably it for the night.
If you don't want to hear anything about Stranger Things, and we've all seen all of it, the whole first season, so this is just going to be it for the night. And that's all I can say. Spoilers. Yeah, and so
we love you and we
the
appreciate you. We just don't want to hurt you.
We just don't want to hurt you because it's a great show. And especially if you are a 30-something who grew up watching The Goonies, you're going to fucking love it. That's all you need to know.
And V and E.T.
And Poltergeist and just it's classic 80s. Stop watching now. And Rich is going to update the stream title to reflect that we are now talking about Stranger Things spoilers.
And while you're going off and not being with us, go watch Stranger Things.
Honestly, take this time. Even like, you know what's 1 month worth of Netflix? $8?
Yes.
It's worth it.
In fact, if you don't have it already, you can probably get like a 2-week free trial or some crap.
That's true. If you don't have Netflix, spend the $8 just for 1 month to watch Stranger Things because it's so fucking good.
And then when you get done with Stranger Things, go watch Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which we're not going to talk about tonight, but
which is another.
It's also really good. It's also on Netflix.
Oh, see,
it's now $10, but if you get like the only one user can use it at a time thing, then I believe it's still $7.99 because I downgraded my subscription to keep the same price.
And JJ, it does not rip off anything. It homages.
Homage.
It doesn't rip off or borrow.
She's really anal about that, by the way.
It pays respect to. How about that? Because there's no weird pronunciation. It does not rip off or borrow. It pays respect to the things that it's trying to emulate. It pays respect
yeah.
to the things it's trying to emulate. So, okay, that's it. And spoilers. So it's a pretty fucking good show.
Yeah, that's it. There's spoilers, everybody. It's a pretty good show.
So thanks everybody for coming out. We had a really great stream tonight.
They got the monster, or did they?
What do we talk about first with Stranger Things?
References. What are the references?
So like obviously there's a strong Goonies vibe.
Yeah.
Free range 80s kids.
Free range 80s kids, of course.
E.T.
Oh yeah, huge E.T.
You get instead of hiding the alien from the mother, it's hiding the girl with spooky brain powers.
Yeah, who is a reference to Firestarter, no doubt.
And she also gets
and she's got that
in the
sensory deprivation tank thing going on, like I think it was Altered States, that movie.
Oh, sure.
You're beating me up.
I read the book.
Wow.
And saw the movie.
The dog looks an awful lot like the dog from Gremlins.
I didn't get around to looking up the dog from E.T. It might look like the dog from E.T. He looks like the Gremlins dog. He looks like Benji. He looks like, what was another movie we said that the dog looked like? Oh, he looks like the dog from the Brady Bunch, which is a bit earlier, but looks like Tiger.
She's like, 11, Sari Chen, is like a cross between Firestarter and Carrie. It's Firestarter's like supernatural power girl wanted by the government with Carrie's power set.
Yeah. Yes. Good point. Good point. And
she's sort of E.T. She's not an alien, but she's got those powers.
Well, and it's like the way that they interweave the adult, like everyone kind of has their own storyline, right? Like the kids have their level with 11. You know, the group of D&D adventurers, their friend gets taken, and in searching for their friend, they find this little lost girl. Then you have the teenage storyline,
Yeah.
dealing with typical teenage stuff, liking the popular boy. Do I give it up? Do I give it all up? Oh man, it's
Drinking beer.
so classic.
Losing the virginity while the friend is being eaten by the monster.
Yeah.
Fucking classic.
It is.
Oh my god. Well, and so you know,
The monster that's drawn by blood.
symbolism. Symbolism. Well, it's where it's like, but I guess here's where I'm getting with that. Like the kid line, straight out of Goonies. The teenager line, like straight out of
Friday
16
the 13th.
Candles.
No, okay.
Or well,
Well, the girl getting killed.
or
part,
both.
Anyway.
Right. It's Friday the 13th.
Every horror
meets-
movie that had teenagers.
But it's also like love triangle, popular boy-y kind of stuff, Pretty in Pink kind of shit, right? And then you have the adult storyline, which is straight out of oh my god, I'm trying to remember like the Kramer versus Kramer shit, you know, like mothers and divorce and the father losing the daughter. You have all of these 80s movies tropes smushed into one, each with their own storyline
Yeah.
that their movies intertwine.
And the suggestion that maybe Hop and the mom were together and might get together again.
Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like he's a good kid, not like we were. He's not like we were. So you know that they were drinking beer, having sex.
I guess like I know we've mentioned this before, but how fucking good every single child actor was.
Every single actor, period,
Oh,
is great.
well, except for the white cop with the glasses.
Yeah,
That's a
he's
non-character.
forgettable.
He is the one bad actor in the
No,
entire
he's
series.
there to be goofy background cop.
He's there to be-
he fills his role.
He's there to be goofy, drop the
No,
backstory.
he's dumb hit cop to make our hero cop seem smarter and better
Sure.
and more good at his job.
Sure. I suppose. There was a couple things in the first episode where white cop with glasses like drops a couple like, you know, the sheriff's daughter died a couple of years ago and that's why this is so important to him. And I was like, we don't need that. He's dropping some exposition that we figured out like 2 scenes later. So there was a couple things with white glasses cop where I was like, shut up, white glasses cop.
You think it should have been more subtle or just not there at all?
I think he shouldn't have said anything at all because
He's got like 2 lines in the entire show.
and I hated all of them.
He hated both of them.
I hated both of them. No, like I said, specifically just that first episode, he was dropping mad exposition that was unnecessary because we figured it out later visually. You know, we're talking about a tiny paint chip on a super strong chain.
Chat, anybody who thinks Winona Ryder did a bad job has never known a frantic mother. I've seen that character in real life.
I know that character.
Yeah.
Winona played it pitch perfect. Winona Ryder was able to hold a conversation with a ball of Christmas lights, and I believed it.
And she's played a very believable kind of sort of semi-crazy character before, like in Girl Interrupted.
Oh, sure. I didn't even think about that.
Winona Ryder is my mother after my sister got like lost at the Great America or wherever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
She nails it.
She nails it.
Anyone who thinks it's over the top doesn't realize how nuts a mother can be when the child is gone.
Well, and all of her over the topness was set up before she was over the top. Like just the way she frantically put breakfast together for her kids or relied on the older one to take care of the little one. And, you know, just the way she carried herself before Will?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Will was missing, the way she carried herself was that character.
Single mother who's already biting off more than she
Yeah,
can
she
chew.
was harried.
Exactly. It was perfect.
She and her son with his job are trying to keep together, possibly a mortgage and a lifestyle and stuff on a job as a cashier, and he sounds like he works in like fast food or something.
Right, exactly. So it's just all of and by the way, like
Are you playing the game anymore?
I'm just I was thinking about going to the title screen.
Should I go full screen?
Huh? With us?
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah, you know what? We'll just talk about Stranger Things. Fuck it.
Yeah, we're not really messing with this.
You know what? Well, fuck it. Let's just go full screen.
Perfect.
Hi.
More knees. Look at him. Look at him games.
My knees.
Look at my knees.
I got knees.
Pints and
Show 'em your
knees.
knees.
Okay. We're gonna full talk about. But here's like the joy of the show, right? Is all that stuff about Winona Ryder that we just talked about character-wise, none of it was told to us. It was just seeing her act. And getting those kinds of performances out of your act. Rich, are you rubbing your knees? Look, I hit myself. I hit myself 2 years ago. You see this right here? I hit myself on my leg 2 years ago. This has not gone away, this red mark. Just pointing that out. So in any case, to get that kind of performance from your actor should be something out of a seasoned director and a seasoned screenplay writer. And this is like the Duffer Brothers' second big project.
What was their first? Because I'd never heard of them.
Some fucking movie that came out last year. Like, that's it. I don't know what it's called. Chat, do you know what it's called?
Maybe we should look it up.
Chat will know. Chat will know. We don't
knows.
look anything up. Chat knows everything.
If we do it, it just wastes time.
Exactly. It's so. I know. I'm very, very pale. I can't help that. What was the name? Hidden. Thank you, Tiberius Kirk. They did this movie last year called Hidden, and that's it. Jay says it's very good. I've never seen it. Nobody saw it except for the people at Netflix who decided to give these guys a bunch of money and Winona Ryder. Oh, we got one.
Congratulations! You've
We
won
got
$1 million.
She's just sitting back.
Hire some extra security.
She's gonna want to take the outfits home.
Just fucking let her.
The one who's
Make sure you lock up the cameras at night.
I mean, everyone loves the boys. I mean, they were all good, but
Yeah.
Eleven's acting. I mean, she's got almost no dialogue. She's carrying the whole thing with her facial expressions, and it's amazing. What was she, like 10?
Oh no, and like if you look up even all the kid actors, they've been in like we looked it up. One of the boys was in one episode of Supernatural 8 years ago. Where they're in nothing.
Gayton was or Gayton. He was in on Broadway in Les Miserables.
Oh, was he?
I guess he's playing like a 7-year-old scamp because he's got like the missing teeth.
But I guess that's like maybe, and I don't know if this just adds to it because I'm a film person, but knowing the performances they got out of all those kids is so damn impressive. Along with the storyline, along with the interweaving genres, it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful experience. I have seen people want us to talk about the CGI.
Yeah. Well, I would have preferred to not have it because, I mean, they're selling themselves so hard on the nostalgia.
Yeah.
I would have liked for them to have gone all in. Budget-wise, I don't know how feasible that is. I know CGI is really fucking easy.
I didn't think it was that. Really, the only one bad CGI is the very final.
All of it's
monster.
distracting when you're in that 80s mindset. It's all distracting.
But you know
every single instance.
The monster every time before.
The monster, the portal.
The monster you could have done with latex
The
suits.
goo.
The goo portal coming back together was really bad. It looked bad.
And there's nothing in here that's so fucked up and over the top that they couldn't have used some kind of practical effect.
Yeah. No,
they should have.
The goo coming back together in the portal was distractingly bad.
Yes.
The monster, I feel like we saw so little of it most of the time.
It's not even that it's bad. Mm-hmm. It's that it's distracting within the context of, hey, this is just like an 80s movie.
Well, what would you have done instead?
Practical.
Like the monster in the wall, would you have like cloth or something?
The same
for
way they did the
wall?
alien in Aliens.
I don't remember how they
For
did the alien.
for
in
the wall
Aliens.
stuff, the same way they did the walls in Alien.
I don't remember how they did the walls in Aliens. I haven't seen that movie in years.
Something physical. That's there.
Something
Somebody in a
physical
suit?
and the problem we have here is with escalation, and eventually you do need to see the monster. We see it at the end when he's pushed up against the chalkboard, and he looks kind of shitty.
He looks acceptable. The design is very uninspired. It's not terrible.
Yeah,
It's not going to make any best movie monsters of all time list though.
no, but yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Very uninspired. I thought most of the shots before that one final scene were done very well, where we just see its shoulder, and Eleven tries to touch its shoulder. That was, I thought, acceptable CGI. We see him running in the distance, all acceptable CGI. The big winner for CGI was those fucking flakes. Those looked beautiful in the Upside Down, and that's all digital.
Yeah.
And that looked gorgeous.
Yeah, those were nice.
I mean, if you're going to do CGI though, it has to be indistinguishable.
They were like ash embers, like when
Right.
from wood.
Yeah, no, and just that was great 3D camera tracking. They felt natural and in that world. Whoever was in charge of those flakes was on fleck.
Was somebody in the chat saying like it should have been a blob monster? Was the alien too humanoid for some kind of otherworldly, bizarre, stranger thing? It wasn't really strange enough.
Is it another world or just the underside
it
of ours?
needed to be humanoid because it was the dark side of our own
Yeah.
world.
It was the upside down.
Oh, Rich doesn't like that
It
at
was
all.
the upside down, not the 4 light years over.
Right. This wasn't an alien from another planet. This was.
You want some kind of Cthulhu-esque horror?
Nah.
Yeah.
No. You want something that could be a human. You want something that you see in the distance, and is that a man? And as you get closer, it's a monster.
As you get closer, it looks too much like a man.
Do you think that the monster was a man, or is a man in the other side, in the right side up?
No, it's pretty clear it's an animal.
Okay.
But their version of a man, like a twisted reflection.
Of a man.
There would be
Papa
more. There would be
or-
more of them.
Yeah, I wonder.
Like a lot more. If everyone's analogous to a human, I don't.
Or is he the dark side of humanity, or something weird and metaphorical?
I don't think they had a plan as far as that was concerned. But no, I liked like the introduction to him in the deprivation tank, where it's just that black pool, and you do see him in the distance, and you're not quite sure what it is, and I really like that. And as you get closer, maybe it's a man. Then we run into your very correct analysis that it's an uninspired monster. It's just a man with a flappy mouth.
Yeah.
A flappy
Like
A
teeth.
face mouth.
A face
Like
mouth.
It's got a face
Venus
mouth.
flytrap or some kind of mutant vagina. or-
Right. Oh god. Of a vagina flytrap.
Yeah.
Black pool straight out of Under the Skin. I've never actually seen Under the Skin. I've heard great things. That black pool was gorgeous though.
And actually, they start out with the monster. You don't, for the first episode or two, you don't even see him. He unlocks the doors and stuff, but you don't
Right.
see him.
He's great. And he's got that weird teleportation power. It's so cool. It's so fucking cool. But nothing monster-wise, like this is all very nitpicky. Nothing monster-wise takes away from the overall enjoyment.
Yeah.
But
It's the characters that are cool.
It's the characters.
I had issues with the pacing early on when I first watched. My second watch, less so for some reason. I started watching it again.
Describe pacing. What do you mean?
It felt like everything was developing really slowly. I thought because they were juggling 4 storylines.
Uh-huh.
Like the first 4 episodes seemed like they were taking a really long time to get to the fucking point.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, and I
My first watch. I had less issue my second watch.
I really
so.
dug. I thought it was a perfect slow boil, where they gave us interesting characters in an interesting world, and we knew what was happening, and they gave enough time. They gave enough time to set up all the characters. I dug the pace. So
Okay.
sorry, not sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Surrey?
Surrey, not sorry.
Surrey, Stranger Things.
What? the pacing was perfectly Spielbergian. It really was. Like especially like Close Encounters, like early Spielbergian, where it's just that like the what do you call that? That leads to a stick of dynamite. The
Fuse.
The fuse. It was that perfect like. You know something's happening, and it's building towards a stick of dynamite, and I'm with it. I'm with it all the way.
I like that.
By the way,
animation.
This is my little.
It's little sparks.
Thank you, Karen.
Anybody watching this who has an iPhone?
Yeah,
Siri, Google tentacle porn.
Oh no.
you have to say, "Hey Siri."
Hey Siri.
Does it have to be
go,
Siri?
Google
I could
tentacle
try it with
porn?
this thing.
you go, "Hey Siri, Google tentacle porn."
Google tentacle porn.
That's in your search history now. People, that's gonna.
I know. That's why I did.
You're on a list now. You're on a list.
Probably in all kinds of lists. I'm curious about all kinds of things.
A lot of people think slow is bad because I think in a lot of cases, sometimes slow means they don't know what they're doing. Like, we'll just take this really slow and then maybe figure out the ending when we get there. But
It's not. We've got to make this last 8 episodes.
well, that's the thing about this is the thing I love about Netflix shows is they know where it's ending.
Maybe it could have been 6 episodes. That's all I'm saying. But
What do you cut? What do you cut, Rich? Fucking nothing. You cut nothing. It's all so good. Can we talk about like the unsung hero of this universe, which is that poor horny science teacher?
he seemed to be getting it on with someone.
But-
He's not doing too bad for himself.
But what we have in that wonderful science teacher is a fully fleshed out character who's just a side character, right?
Yeah.
We know exactly who that guy is and what he's all about. He chose his students over the cute Asian chick who is into horror movies. Oh, but I'm on a date and she seems to like the okay, kids. I'll answer your science question.
Those kids are a dream come true for him.
Right?
Those kids are why he went to college.
That's very true. That's why he became a teacher.
Yes.
You can tell that all.
the-
And they're all like,
the
all these
three-
kids are like, oh, it's Friday, let's get, like he's telling, this is going to be on the test, blah, blah, blah. And all the kids are like leaving while he's still talking. And these kids are parked right in front of his desk. Did it come?
Well, and that's like, I feel like this is a fully realized universe where even
Yeah.
these minor characters have a fully fleshed
You want to
out.
visit Hawkins.
Exactly.
Not when there's demon
Well-
monsters from the underside.
A booger X99, if you just got here, we are talking about Stranger Things. Full spoilers in alert, as the title says.
Spoilers.
Full Stranger Things spoilers. If you haven't seen Stranger Things, get the fuck out and go watch Stranger Things because it's the greatest. Like even the bratty, sex-obsessed friends of the super handsome popular guy.
They were such cliches. Such cliches.
They were cliches, but they were solid. Like, as characters, they were always kind of dicks. They were doing their own thing.
The
Which
one
is
guy
why-
was Sid Vicious. I swear he was Sid Vicious, the one with the freckles.
Oh, right.
Which is why I actually like that she ended up with Steve, and Steve kind of redeemed himself a bit because it avoided the cliche.
I did expect it to go full 80s movie,
Yeah.
where she gets the arty photographer nerd and the bully, gets eaten by the monster. But fucking surprise of the century, he comes back in to save the day.
Isn't that the most fun surprise ever, too? When he shows up at the door when the other two are confronting the monster. They're waiting for the monster to show up.
Right.
They have just cut their hands so the blood would lure the monster in. And Steve comes to the door, and he's actually looking to apologize.
He took down the spray paint from the sign. He is now he's realized that he's a good guy. Fucking beautiful.
And
right?
then he sees Nancy's cut. He's like, "Did he cut you?" And he comes in. He's trying to be the hero.
and
And then a monster busts in through the wall.
They're like, get out of here. He's like, but I want to apologize. Get the fuck out of here.
And what's the nerdy guy's name? Was it Joshua or Jay something? What was his name? I can't remember his fucking name.
oh, the photographer.
The photographer.
The older brother.
I can't remember his name. But him and the Nancy. They're like in battle mode. They're all
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
They're completely like ready to fight the monster, and Steve's just like, what the fuck is going on?
What
He
is
was
this
us.
shit?
He was us as a character.
He's had no idea what was going on the whole time.
Why
He's
is
been
there a
utterly
bear
oblivious.
trap in your hallway?
Why are you wandering around my house when I'm not there?
Well, and it's just like That's another thing with like the different storylines, like the different levels of preparedness everyone is to fight the monster. The teenagers, they have baseball bats, a gun, like a bear trap. They're
It's not just a baseball bat; it's a homemade mace.
That's right. That's right.
They put nails in it.
Hammer the
I
nails
don't know
in.
how the thing didn't split. It must not have been one of those new ash bats that just explodes at the slightest provocation.
And then like the adults are going full like working with the man exploration. Like if you think about it, right? The adults sold out.
Oh
Yo,
They
yeah.
sold out to the man, just like adults
ending,
would
the
do.
ending made me hate the sheriff.
Well,
It made me hate Hopper.
Well, he's mad at Hopper because he says that Hopper sold out 11, but what was going to happen to 11?
I know.
She was good. The adults were going to nod, smile, and put her in foster care, at which point they were going to get her and take her back.
Well, and like that's the thing about Hopper, and you know what? It makes sense.
He
Like
did what he had to do. I get it.
Well, no,
I
but
get it.
like it also in that last episode, it is constantly flashing back to Hopper and his daughter who died of cancer, we assume.
Yeah.
And
He couldn't save her.
it makes it so apparent that he understands that 11 is not going to die if she goes back to the thing. He needs to save a kid even at the cost of another kid. Like his motivation is so fucking clear.
He wants to save Winona from what he has experienced.
Exactly. Like, I just need to save a child. 11's not going to die. She might be imprisoned. We'll worry about 11 later.
Yeah.
We need to save a child because I know what that's like. It was like, character-wise, it wasn't satisfying. It wasn't full-on 80s ending, which is, everyone wins and everybody has a great time.
But everyone doesn't win in real life.
Exactly. Which like the ending of the show with the bully redeeming himself.
Yeah. They managed to avoid complete cliche. Like even the kids at the end with the slingshot and like an 80s kids movie.
Which I think was like kind of an homage to The Gate, where the kids got like the homemade rocket, the little 80s, this thing goes up 100 feet with, I don't know, carbon dioxide or something of pure love.
But in the 80s kids movie, the last slingshot pellet would have hit it in the magical vulnerable weak spot to kill the monster.
Of
Well,
course.
they used the kids' inhaler against it.
Exactly.
Yes.
The idea is not that a slingshot is a perfect weapon. It's that in these 80s movies, it's a symbolic weapon.
Right. And had it gone full 80s, that last shot would have been the magic rock, their power of friendship. And they just subverted the expectations enough to elevate it. Someone was asking, do you think that the Nancy Jonathan trap was a case of the giving them something to do?
Yeah. That storyline has no payoff. Nancy and Jonathan confront the monster.
Yes.
They burn the monster, and it runs away, and it's fine. They have no effect on the outcome. Nothing they do is a net positive. It's just a waste of time.
Well,
That's unknowable. I mean, maybe they delayed the monster just enough
No,
to save the other kid.
also they unknowing to them, they distracted the monster so the cop and Winona could go get the kid.
Exactly.
And
Kept it busy. That's
that
what
was
they did.
Presumably. That's not clear enough.
it's pretty
It's not
fucking
clear
that's
enough.
pretty fucking clear.
Yeah. The monster's busy with them.
There's in this universe there is only one monster, or in this town there is only one monster, and they are distracting it. Very clear.
I agree with Chad.
The real question is them confronting the monster their payoff?
Yeah. Oh, it's a good payoff for their characters. I'm just saying, ultimately, well, they weren't really that helpful. I don't know.
Yeah, they
Oh
were.
yeah, no that. Well, and here, that's the point.
Everybody, the whole town together, everybody played a role in defeating the monster.
Right.
Except for them.
11 finished it off.
No.
It takes a village to kill
But
a
also,
monster.
it doesn't matter. It's moot whether or not they affected the outcome of the
The
monster
list
thing.
kid is Dustin.
Huh?
He said, who's the list kid?
Yeah,
I
it's
said his name
Dustin.
is Dustin.
Toothless. He's toothless.
Yeah, he's toothless.
It doesn't matter.
Who actually has that disease.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right, that's true. It does not matter whether they affected the outcome of the monster. They got to the end of their arc, which was them confronting the monster.
Yeah.
That's the important part. It wasn't so like them setting up their trap, being prepared, being willing to fight was the end of their character arc. So it wasn't a case of the giving them somethings to do's. It was the logical conclusion to their character arcs.
Okay.
You may be right where they didn't make it super clear that they were distracting the monster.
I thought it was clear because they were noticing weren't the people in the Upside Down noticing what was going on with the monster that was happening to him up there? Like, they saw, like, the burn thing, or they said somebody burned him or something.
That's right, and then they followed the monster's track back to its lair because it was hurt. And so, like, but you're right.
Okay.
It's not satisfying.
Jesus fucking Christ! All right, I get it.
Well,
I get it.
I get where you're coming from. Where it's not satisfying because they didn't know that they were helping.
Yeah.
But for their characters, that was it. That's all that mattered. Just like for the kids, like the kids did fucking nothing. they shot a slingshot, right?
We're gonna go find this monster and defeat it by riding around on our little dirt bike.
Exactly.
With a slingshot.
But that's the conclusion to their character.
See, that it's 3 different movies.
Yeah.
It's 3 very different movies.
Yes,
Stranger Things.
Absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
come together, the 3 movies, but it's the kids movie.
Yep.
It's the teenagers fighting a monster movie, and then it's the adults finding a lost kid who's being hunted by a monster movie.
Right. All storylines have a very unique and specific tone. Like especially in the last few episodes where the adults are just slowly walking through the what is it called?
The Upside Down.
They're just slowly walking through the Upside Down. It's so like Abyss, right? And it's very The Thing, where it's like it's horror, it's suspense, and then you have the kids who are cracking jokes and fighting, running away from the military boys.
Yeah.
It's very E.T. And then you have the teenagers being super badass. I really like it. It's John Hughes directs Friday the 13th.
Or Carrie or
Yes, very Carrie too.
What's the other one? Christine.
Yes, and so like you have these different. I think I talked about this earlier about all the actors in the scenes striking a different chord and coming together in a nice harmony. You have the same thing with the storylines. All nice. What do you call it when you have affectionate feelings towards something in the past?
Nostalgia.
It's nostalgia harmony. Thank you, both of you.
No problem.
Both of you fill the words in my head.
Jet saying Matthew Modine was fucking great. He was great. It was a very easy paycheck for Matthew Modine.
Which one was it?
He was great.
The white-haired guy, the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was great until he started talking. Not because he's a bad actor. I just loved his character not saying anything for the first 5 episodes.
They didn't need him for very many days, you could tell.
But he was great.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great as the ominous bad guy military scientist.
What's your favorite moment of the movie?
Of the show?
It's basically a movie.
It's basically a movie, right? Oh my God. I
think my favorite is when Winona, after she's already rung up all those random items, she just has a bunch of Christmas lights stacked up on the counter, and she goes, and she's like, looks all crazy, and she's like, just ring me up.
Yeah, we've already been through this. You're gonna do it. Just do it.
Yeah, just ring me up. We already both agree that you think I'm crazy. Ring me up.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like her hero moment though when she runs back inside. Well, walks back inside the house.
Yeah.
After the monster attack, and she hears the song. Will you stay or will you go now?
Which of course the
and
lyrics to that are perfect.
She makes that
should
decision.
I stay or should I go?
Yeah.
I will stay.
Yeah.
I should stay.
Yeah. Oh no, she sees like the thing pushing through the wall, so she runs out the house. But that like that's her defining
and
character
her
moment.
told her to run with
That's
the lights.
some great shit.
Oh my God, that's great. That's great shit. I mean, like for me, I'm again thinking about like her slow, not a slow, like the slow reveal that she's not crazy. Because we all know she's not crazy. The audience knows she's not crazy. But she is riding that line between, am I seeing this in my head or am I helping my son? And finally, 6 episodes in, the sheriff, Hooper, comes in and tells her she's not crazy. That was so cathartic for me. Like, just someone tell Winona. Because, like, the little boys know, right? The little boys know there's a monster. The teenager and the son know that there's a monster at that point. But no one told Winona.
I kind of like Hooper just slowly figuring out that something very real is going on.
Hopper.
What am I saying? Hooper?
I said Hooper. Yeah. I said
Oh,
Hooper on accident.
and then Hopper.
Hopper.
Well,
It's contagious, Jack. It's
I'm sorry.
contagious.
What finally nailed it for him was when he saw the cotton.
Oh yeah,
banding
yeah, but
inside the
that whole
kid.
scene, like he's about to stab the corpse. And he's like, "Oh."
That's right.
yeah.
It's not just seeing the cut. He had to make that decision.
Yeah,
He had to punch
yes.
someone out.
Yeah. I love his
Oh.
facial expression. He's like, well, you know.
That's some great detective stuff going on with him.
He's a great detective.
Yeah.
Right? Again, that's the adult storyline. It's a detective storyline. It's just 3 different movies interwoven into a scarf of nostalgia. So, but I mean, yeah, I was just so happy when Winona.
Epic Jason X9000 says
You
that
did.
whole "I'm not crazy" plot line is so overdone and cliched. It is done so well, though. I can't think of when it's been done better.
It doesn't. The whole literally the entire premise of this is nothing but a series of cliches. The little girl who's
Everything is a
driven to
cliche. All of
superpowers.
all of the basic stories have been done.
Yes, and this is an amalgamation of all the cliches done perfectly, so it doesn't matter if they're cliches.
They've even got the girl from Poltergeist / E.T. The
Right.
blonde girl with the pigtails.
Right? Everything. They have everything you've ever seen in any 80s kids movie or teenage drama or adult suspense thriller is in this and done incredibly well.
And the sets are so densely packed with bric-a-brac from the period. It's just, I would just pause it and look
How
at
often
the
did you
stuff.
find yourself looking for mistakes?
Often.
Yeah.
Often. Both in terms of the dialogue and in terms of the background.
Like what the movie they're talking about. What year did Poltergeist come out? What year did This takes place in 93. Poltergeist was it 82? It might have been 82. All right.
totally-
All right, they're right on Poltergeist.
I was totally waiting for the little girl to say, like, they're here or something.
Exactly.
that
but
would have been too much.
that would have been too much,
it
and they
would've.
knew that.
Yeah.
They knew that. That's right. Winona talking to a tangle of Christmas lights had more emotion to it than any recent movie I can remember. Just that realization and then she paints the letters and just start talking.
Oh, and I love the part where where you know that everybody thinks she's crazy, even though she's not.
Yeah.
And she's putting up, using an axe to put a hole in the front wall of her house.
Right?
My kid's in the wall.
Oh god. That whole thing, by the way, how they can sometimes come through, but then you can't go through, was so well done.
Yeah.
And that like the little gooey hole in the tree that Nancy has to crawl through. Fucking loved that. Fucking loved that. That was straight out
She
of.
was so dumb for that.
What?
Yeah.
She was so fucking dumb.
I still loved it. I don't care. You know what? Teenagers in these movies make dumb mistakes.
I know.
I loved it. That was something right out of like Legend, or Dark Crystal, just walking through a gooey tree hole.
Two mistakes I found though.
Oh, you found mistakes.
Nobody ever said douchebag back then. Nobody ever fucking said that.
I don't know. I mean,
douchebag?
we were too young to know that word.
Nancy calls Mike a douchebag at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody else says it later too, douchebag. And
Yeah.
mouth breather. That's one I don't remember anybody using back
Mouth.
then.
Yeah, oh,
but-
that's right. He calls the bullies
Yeah.
mouth breathers.
Yeah.
I mean, and that may be true, but then again, I mean, people might have been using that word. Those people just weren't you, because in that time period, you were just a little kid.
I was no stranger to R-rated films.
This is true.
So what happened with the phone? That was Will, right? Well, yeah, what we learn is when they're in the Upside Down, literally them just walking in the negative space causes electrical surges.
Yeah.
And so if Will was in the negative space near the phone, his thoughts would have been transmitted through
Possibly.
and then a power surge.
Is that it? Because I got the impression that maybe some of the items of the real, because like the treehouse thing, or the coppice lean-to, or whatever the heck,
The fort?
Castle Will or Castle Byers.
Yeah.
That they either could manifest it in their mind, or different elements of the real world would be visible to the people in the underground. So I think Will may have been picking up a phone on his end. He
Sure.
may have had how else would he know that there were letters and which light to light up?
Oh, well, I think everything is a reflection. Like,
Yeah.
so as soon as Winona put up the lights, he sees the lights
That's
in the
what I'm
Upside
thinking.
But did he see the floating paintbrush?
Or maybe
Too
the
many
letters
details.
just appear. I don't know.
Maybe the letters just appear. That's probably it. But like, yeah, the question is, did he try to pick up the phone, or was he just near the phone and his thoughts came through as electricity? Yeah. Negative space. Isn't that a few blocks from the Phantom Zone or the Shadow Realm or Outworld? All of those.
Was Will conscious?
Made of cliches.
Was Will conscious and wandering it, or was he unconscious, dreaming it in a little ball in his imaginary Castle Byers, hiding the whole time?
Sure. I like to think of it as an actual, like the Upside
Running
Down being a physical
Yeah.
space. So he had to run to his fort, and that was his
That's how
safe
it seemed to work.
Yeah. And the monster wasn't going after him because it was eating, it ate the deer, so it was fine. It ate Barb, R.I.P. Barb, so it was fine, So it wasn't necessarily interested in hunting him because it was getting food somewhere else until the end when the story said, you have to hunt Will now.
So, is 11 dead?
Is 11
dead?
No.
Is 11 incorporeal permanently?
That's the question.
And when Hopper puts the Eggos in the little thing in the woods,
Yeah.
does he know something, or is that just him like doing that as a memorial, a guilty conscience kind of thing?
Oh, he knows.
Okay.
He's so he makes the deal with the government at the end to give him 11, and he gives the full report to the government, so the government knows something's up.
The chat loves 11, by the way. I'm with you. This is discussion.
No, because I love.
This is discussion time.
Do you think Barb will be back as some kind of undead thing,
that
or
would be
possessed
great.
something or other?
That would be
She'll
great.
look normal, but she won't be. Do you think that Will turn dark?
If it's just her face sticking out of the side of some kind of inhuman beast, that'd be fine too.
That would be awesome. No, so like we can only assume that 11 is somewhere in the Upside Down as something, right?
I don't think they're done with her. I don't think it's just like, 11's gone.
Also, like, just with the popularity of this.
Well, that
she's coming
depends
back.
on how they handle a follow-up.
Right. Well, and I think they've already said that the follow-up will contain the same cast.
Okay.
It's not going to be an anthology where every season is different. So we will pick up next season later on with this story.
Well, I think,
I mean,
11
it'd be
and
a shame
Dustin-
to get rid of the cast. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, especially like 11 and Dustin and Hopper and Winona Ryder. I mean, people love these characters.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they're great.
No, so Hopper made a deal. Hopper knows she's alive. The question is whether or not the government knows she's still in the Upside Down. Who knows?
Well, they took him. They put him in the car near the end.
Yep. Oh, yeah. He made a deal.
Something happened.
He's working
Something
with
happened.
him.
Yep.
He's working with him. The Lane of the Upside Down? What's the Lane?
Is that a movie called The Lane?
I don't know. 11 will become the Lane of the Upside Down.
No idea what that means.
Character from
Sorry.
something. We're not familiar with the reference.
New cast plus new character. No, I think they've already said that.
You hear multiple things. You don't know for sure. No, something official is released.
Why would you not, with something that has been this wildly popular, even if it ends up sucking, why would you not make a follow-up and encourage the Netflix subscriptions?
Oh, sorry. Lando saying it
If you're
says same
Netflix.
characters plus new characters. Yes, yeah, that's usually how it works. But do we see her ball sack? That's the important part. You're right. That is the important part. No, and so like where will Hopper's story take him? Is he working with them? Is he a double agent? Is he just being cool with them? Like, we don't know what's going to happen, and that's so exciting.
Do dead people go into the Upside Down? Can his daughter be brought back?
Oh my God.
Oh God! So you're gonna get biblical with it?
No. I'm just suggesting that is the underworld. I guess these people are here physically, but I'm just wondering if this is like some kind of metaphor for hell or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Will his daughter come back in some fashion, or
I'm
will
gonna
they
say-
will they taunt him with images of his daughter, or attempt to tempt him with simulacra of her to make him be evil, or I don't know.
I'm sure at one point one of the boys told Hopper that 11 really liked Eggos. Yes, I'm sure. They all talked afterwards.
They never spoke again.
They never spoke again.
That weird adventure they were all on together. Did the boys like cuss him out afterwards? Like, you prick.
Is like LSD her kryptonite, and if you give her some more, she loses her powers?
Ooh. No, and like to me, the only question that needs answering is what the fuck is that slug thing that came out of Will?
And when Rich commented that it was coming out of Barbara's mouth too.
That's right. Yeah.
Was she dead or just sleeping?
She seemed dead.
She seemed
did
dead,
look
but like
pretty
maybe they were
nasty.
using the bodies to incubate something. Yeah, that was fucking gross, and I did not see that coming. Did not see that coming. It was great. We'll probably get some black goo in them. Yeah, could be like that. That one kind of tilts her head sideways when she breaks bones. Reminds me of Samantha from Bewitch's nose wiggle. Again, just really good directing. Like she's physically, when she snaps someone's neck, she's does a little twitch. It's great.
Her guts were coming out. That's pretty dead.
Yeah,
I'll have to look at the
Barb's
actual image again.
dead. Barb's dead. Barb's definitely dead. Eggs? I have eggs. Oh, you think they're eggs? Yeah.
Birdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they might have been some kind of eggs or larvae coming out of Will and Barbara, but hard to say. I mean, it's weird.
Sure.
It's deliberately weird.
And where did they go after
It's
they
deliberately
go into the
weird
sink?
and deliberately ambiguous.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll see what all I know is I'm super fucking excited. We're probably not going to get it until like 2 years from now because that's how Netflix works.
Is that long? Is it 2 years between shows on Netflix?
Oh, I have no
I
idea.
think BoJack's come out like once a
They
year.
probably want to ride this wave a little bit.
Oh, well, I mean, they'll probably make a big announcement and then, slowly release trailers. But, both Daredevil and Jessica Jones were huge hits.
Daredevil came out so quick. Season
Daredevil
2?
was a year.
I'm just saying that
That's
if you
not
get,
2 years.
That's not 2 years. You're
I'm
right.
just saying if you get people on board because they've heard about this and they subscribe to Netflix and watch the 8 episodes and cancel it,
About
Fully
having good, fully realized characters and no agenda.
Right. Every character is a fully realized character regardless of gender.
Stream dropped.
Stream drop. That's weird. We must be having...
Hello?
We're back?
We're back?
We're back!
All right.
Yay.
We must be having very strange internet... We were having storms earlier today, so I
We
wonder
were,
if that's
yeah.
affecting our internet.
It's not OBS. Everything on our end is showing up fine.
Yeah. Could be Twitch servers. We didn't have to wait a year. Oh, you didn't have to wait a year for us to come back. No, but I know they just announced, Netflix just said that they're waiting. They're not going to even shoot new seasons of Jessica Jones or Daredevil
That's a Marvel thing, not a Netflix thing.
until
Marvel.
after Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Defenders.
Marvel, for some reason that sounds odd and potentially suspicious,
Yeah.
is saying only 2 shows a year.
Jack, you're like not on camera. Look at
Oh,
you.
well, I think I am. I think I'm just
That's
cut
just
off a
me
little
cut
bit.
off from
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I'm kind of off like this because I want to talk to Rich, but we don't have to look at each other to talk to each other. Like I could talk to Rich like this and really talk to the camera, but that's weird for me.
I think the question is why would Marvel want to limit them to 2 shows, 2 different shows a year?
Well, I'm sure they're trying to preserve budget. Like keep a higher budget to make quality, and they're
I
trying
don't think
to.
they like the TV show division. They're all about their films.
They do not like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
But the Netflix shows have been popular. They're probably trying to preserve budget and prevent oversaturation.
Like, haven't they been reluctant to have movie stuff show up in like the Daredevil kind of Netflix universe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not separated, but it's just one of those unspoken things.
This could be like a crybaby-ish kind of thing. That's how I read it.
What?
Like, we own 2 shows a year.
Oh, one of those. I guess
Yeah.
it could be. I don't know. It's a shame because
These
I
are
really
quality
like those
shows. They're not bombing. 2 shows a year.
Yeah. No. You guys do your little TV show thing. That's fine. You want a star from one of the movies? Well, how about the girl in the Thor movie? That's who Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got as a big crossover. Is the girl that fights with Thor in Thor? She came to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. once.
Okay.
That was their big star. It's a shame.
It's dumb.
you know, it's I kind of get it, where you know they want to keep the big movies big and they don't want to intermingle to over.
That goes against the strengths of their whole shared universe business, though.
Sif, that's right. Sif, Lady Sif, the female warrior in Thor, came on for an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It was actually twice, Jack.
Oh, was it twice? Shit. I don't care. Oh, yeah. No, that's right. They did get Nick Fury for like 30 seconds of screen time, too. Network TV is deader than Barb. Oh, a horrible glory gets it. It's true. It's true. But Netflix ain't dead. Netflix ain't dead.
TV finds ways to make itself more and more and more unpleasant to watch.
It's really true.
Here's 47 commercials, and not only that, it's the same 47 every commercial break. Sometimes the same commercial twice in the same commercial break.
Right? Right?
So you're going, not this again.
Our Miller's asking that same question again, which makes me think your whole rant was cut off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
How about the fact... Oh, so R. Miller says, how about the fact that Stranger Things puts girl power in the movie subtly and much better than a certain remake that came out this year?
They just said that.
Well, I think maybe...
I think they got cut off when we got disconnected.
And what I said is, one, they don't put girl power in subtly. Two, it's not about girl power in Stranger Things. Every single character is a fully realized person. Females, males, children, dogs.
Yeah.
The fucking pancakes were fully realized pancakes.
They're just writing good characters.
Yeah.
They're not pushing any kind of agenda.
And we have Nancy who's going on her, and, you know, like maybe in their head they say, oh, you know what, we want a female character to go on a journey. So we have Nancy who's going on her own character journey. She happens to be a fully realized character. She's not that strong.
Yeah.
She's not perfect. She's just a character who tries to do her own shit. Like she's not Furiosa, for Christ's sake. She's not beating up anybody. She's failing quite a bit. And that's kind of what makes her great.
And punching people isn't the only way people get shit done in this movie.
Right.
You don't have to be strong
Physically.
to be a strong character. You can just, you know, do the shit that you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bully characters. Oh, I like the bully character. Well, oh, you mean like the child bully characters? Well, those were just...
The ones who wet their
You know
pants.
what?
Yeah, those are just bully tropes.
They had those characters go a bit too far for me. When he pulled out the knife, I was like, come on. They pulled out the knife on Mike by the quarry.
Oh, yeah,
And he
wanted
tried
him
to get him to walk off of the cliff to his death. That wasn't
Pretty
realistic.
bad.
That wasn't realistic.
He was kind of a prick.
He was a prick, but he wasn't homicidal. Bullies usually aren't homicidal.
He wasn't homicidal,
They're
but
just jerks.
but he's also a kid. How I read that situation was he was a kid and he wasn't aware that falling there would kill someone. But then, like, when that was brought up, and I think that was brought up in that scene, and some of the kids were like, he's going to die, you could see it on the kid's face that he was, like, rethinking his actions. That's how I read it.
All right.
Might not be right. That's just how I read it. But hey, he was a prick. Let him be a prick. So he's a dickhead kid. Good bully. You want that? I was glad he wet his pants. Good bully fodder.
If I were Dustin,
Yeah.
you know, after they had the knife to his throat, after they're standing at the edge watching Mike levitate up and they're distracted,
Yeah.
I would have shoved them over after that shit.
No, it does. It's not like
They
that.
put a knife to my throat. Here you go, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't have it to his throat, really. He was threatening to take his teeth out.
True.
Right. Wasn't that a Goonies reference? Kids in 80 movies were homicidal and did shit. Like, that's just him being a kid and not knowing it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Speed Gear says, he actually said something like, holy shit, he actually did it. Like, when Mike goes over, there is that moment of realization. Like, he's just being a prick.
Now, do you think the bully's sidekick will join Team Dustin, Mike, and...
No, probably
No.
not. We're probably not going to see them again, except for in passing. No, and, you know, obviously there are some cliches. Like those bullies, like the horny couple who are also bullies on the teenage storyline. And you get a little bit of that.
Sid and
Rich,
Nancy.
wouldn't you beat him with the butt of a rifle? Look, sometimes when an opportunity comes up, it's just too good to pass up. When are you going to get an opportunity to shove somebody off the edge of a quarry? You have to take that chance when it comes.
So that you can end up in prison?
He slipped. Idiot slipped. He pulled a knife out on us, and when he was so raving, he fell. I was terrible. Couldn't believe it happened.
He's gonna end up in juvenile until he's 21.
Oh, my handprint was on him? That's because I tried to grab him to pull him back.
You think the
didn't
other
work.
kids aren't gonna crack when they interview them all and say what happened?
No, see, yeah, you don't push him off. What you do is that was 11, but all of a sudden, you see Mike levitating, then you go like this. You go,
Huh.
and make the bully think that you're doing that. and then you look at the bully and start doing this to him, and he'll fucking run, and then he'll think you have superpowers.
This is true.
That's what you do. Ah, man. Where would this rank on TV shows for this year?
A+.
What else came out this year? Fucking the best thing ever? I don't know. I cannot think of another show I've been this excited about. Did Jessica Jones come out this year, or was that last year?
I'll say this year.
This is better than Jessica Jones.
Within the last 12 months.
Okay.
Daredevil season 2 as well.
Oh yeah? This is better than that. This is way better than that.
I never actually finished watching Daredevil season 2.
You really should.
I know I should.
Because I think you have.
I got distracted. I started watching something else, and I never bothered to come back.
Yeah.
Not that I hated what I saw either. Just
Right. I grew up near Thornton Quarry, so more often than you think. Oh, people slip in the quarry more often than we think.
Oh, I know
I'd
where
imagine.
that is.
Yeah.
I grew up near that too. It's a
Bojack.
big old hole in the ground. They just closed that recently.
Fargo season
Now they're
2
gonna
came
let it
out this
flood.
year.
had an uneasy feeling in my stomach whenever I drove over the quarry, the bridge
On
going over the
294
quarry.
or whatever that is. No, it's not
I think
294.
this is better than Fargo
It's one
season
of
2.
those expressways.
Stranger Things is better than Fargo season 2. Maybe not better than Fargo season 1. That's what I'll say about Stranger Things. But also, Stranger Things is 8 episodes, and so they really got to distill that story perfectly into 8 episodes. You know.
Longarm O'Malley says,
Yeah.
all of the TV shows you guys are talking about aren't actually on TV. Welcome to the future, dipshit.
Boom!
I might say this is better than Ash vs. Evil Dead.
This is better than Ash vs.
I love Ash vs. Evil Dead.
This is way better than Ash vs. Evil Dead. Fargo season 1 is greater. I think Quietest Ninja has it here. Fargo season 1 is the greatest, then Stranger Things, then Fargo season 2. Quietest Ninja, you get it. You get it. That's it.
All right, I think we're done.
Then we're done. That was a great talk about Stranger Things.
Where we at?
Karen needs a couch. She looks sleepy. Then we can be done.
We can be done.
Great.
Karen's used to getting up early. Go to bed early.
Crab!
Oh,
go ahead. Do you spiel,
we
Jack?
have to spiel because people get confused, Rich, when we just start yelling names and times. This is the part of the stream in which we thank everyone who subscribed to us during this stream, and we usually say how long they subscribed for.
Crab! 15 months in a row. And, Crab says, welcome, Karen.
Thank you. And thank you for subscribing. Really.
That's great.
Seriously.
God damn it,
That's
Karen.
great.
I was right in the middle of my flow.
I'm sorry I blocked your flow.
My flow is all blocked. Midnight Andy. Yeah.
I completely got thrown off, didn't you? You didn't have to add anything to it. You're waiting to say something else.
I was waiting to say something else.
Still obstructed. Get you some Drano.
The real Van. Welcome to Wisconsin, Karen. I'm so sorry.
It's great up here.
Thank you.
Mr. Bucket, 88.
Van Dernth.
Oh, I don't get to read any?
Oh, Karen.
Shit.
Paul's Variety Pack. Thank you.
14 months in a row.
Wow. That is a long time.
So wait, how are we going now? Like this? Okay.
So now it's extra.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother. No, it's oh, bother.
Bother. 15
Yours,
months in a
mine.
row. And oh, bother says, what is the most remade, retread, tired concept / film. The Bourne movies. I fucking hate those Bourne movies. They're just dumb. Stop making Bourne movies.
Karen's a fan of Eeyore. That's why she likes
Of what?
Eeyore.
Oh, yes.
Bother.
Oh, bother. Tail fell off again.
Alas, 1984/S. 14 months in a row.
The real Quaid. 21 months in a row.
Oh, Karen, a rule that you need to know about is when someone subscribes for over 20 months, it's 21 fucking months.
21 damn months.
Really?
What was
Really? You're becoming a Quaker on me all of a sudden?
No, I just didn't want to offend anybody's religion, you know?
What?
Schadenfreude is how we pronounce that. Thank you for subscribing.
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
It's like Schadenfreude.
But his name's Adam.
It's Adamfreude.
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude. Da.
Which is like taking pleasure in other people's Adamness or something.
Corridon Miller, 18 months in a row.
Speed Gear. Now.
Welcome, Speed
Welcome
Gear.
aboard.
Valestrius. And Valestrius says, 3 months already. What is this nonsense? Keep it up, you lovable hack frauds. You're giving me countless hours of entertainment over the years. Also, Jack, what's wrong with your face? It's so happy all the time. It looks good on you. I'm in general a pretty
Is there
happy.
a character limit here?
There's not a character limit, apparently. I'm a pretty happy person most of the time. You know why? I get to hang out with my friends and play video games and talk about Stranger Things, and it's a pretty nice life.
R. Miller, 12 months in a row. Thank you for taking a year of my life. Can we please talk about Ghostbusters 2016, the Justice League, Trump versus Hillary, and have Rich discuss anime in depth, please?
I want to see an animated Ghostbusters starring Hillary and Donald Trump.
And it'll be a video game that's also a real-time strategy video game that Rich will play and love.
A real-time
In first
horror
person,
strategy
in
game.
first-person shooter format.
That he can only play with a controller.
Made by Naughty Dog.
The entire thing will be in-app purchases.
Right?
Oh, God.
Where were you? Oh, there it is. Don't knock my smock. Welcome.
Chaos 1428. Thanks for all the laughs. Got me through some tough times. Love you guys. Go fuck yourselves.
Likewise.
Well, I don't have to fuck myself anymore because Karen is now back.
Oh, that offended my religion.
Ragged Scribe has resubscribed for 12 months in a row. Whoa.
Don't forget subscribes to Hack Frauds. That one got passed.
Do we?
Yep. You missed that one.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Subscribes to Hack Frauds. Sorry, we missed you. Almost missed you.
Yeah.
This new subscriber. And this new subscriber says, Buffalo, 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 Buffalo.
Now, is that the bison or the wings? Gobbledygooks has subscribed.
No, I think due to things that it's actually a proper sentence. Buffalo, the animal, buffaloes, buffalo in yeah.
So they're buffaloing people, and they're the animals, and they can talk, and they're in the city in New York that gets a lot of snow.
I've seen this before. I don't remember what the full explanation of it is, but it's actually a full, proper sentence that makes sense.
Sure. Like
to someone.
Like Will Smith.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Gobbledygooks have subscribed for 24 fucking months in a row.
Oh, that was with heart.
Right from the gut. Gobbledygook says, 2 years sober. Really? Congratulations. That's awesome.
Sad woman.
Oh.
Thank you for subscribing.
We'll cheer you up. We'll cheer you up somehow. I don't know. One of these days will be funny.
Maybe she's sad because of us. We're sorry.
Space Camo! 23 fucking months in a row. Welcome to Milwaukee, Karen.
Thank you. A Horrible Glories has resubscribed for 21 motherfucking months in a row.
Oh, we're getting crazy with it now.
Oh, well.
We're getting crazy with it.
What do they say?
Wait, where'd it go? A Horrible Glory says Star Trek half in the bag without Rich Evans. Unacceptable.
I mean, you're kind of a Star Trek guy.
I know. Shit
But,
happens.
you know, we have no control.
I've heard it's good. I wasn't interested at the time because it looked like a dumb action movie.
You still have your Trek yourself before you wreck yourself shirt?
Of course.
Yeah.
Gotta have that. Let's see, where are we? Infurious. Infurious says 3 months. Here's hoping I don't find a job soon so it can be 4.
Something to shoot for.
I think it's like Ferris, like metal.
Infurious. Like that?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know.
Ferris.
What does Ferris mean?
Karen, remind me. That's something
Or
related to
Inferus?
metal.
I think Ferris, I think that usually has 2 R's, but like, maybe it's Inferus, but Ferris is like relating to iron.
Yeah.
Ferrous oxide is
yeah.
rust.
Okay, sure. All right.
Baby Slayer 156. 22 fucking months in a row.
Oh, I don't get to swear. Darthsis 4629 has subscribed for 3 months in a row.
Sephiran, 18 months in a row.
Karen, you can do this last one. You know what? Just swear for the fuck of it.
Fucking Star fucking Havels has fucking re-fucking subscribed for 4 fucking months in a fucking row. Star Havlis says, y'all are awesome. Thank you.
Fuck.
Likewise. Thank you.
14 months.
14 months. I say